onto the grass, and Hamilton's done a massive crash, and he's crashed into his teammates. The two Mercedes come together as Hamilton tries to pass on the inside, and he can cover his hands over his eyes, and he won't want to see that again. The two silver arrows have crashed on the opening lap. Hamilton takes out his teammates, and there will be a big inquiry behind closed doors into that.
Look at this. Lewis gets such a launch off the top of turn 3. And he's now up the inside. And I'm afraid Nico Rosberg has got to take every bit as much blame for that as Lewis Hamilton.
And here's a look at what happened.
Dropped it on the exit of bridge. He was well through the corner, and then rolls over the rollover bar, digs into the gravel trap. He was walking away after this incident. We know he's okay. This is a replay. Jarno True.
Here, looking to try to gain ground.
I know we have only 7.5 minutes and that's 1 lap left.
Oh my! Huge accident, a huge off. Ryan Dieter had spun, Piquet is involved, there was another car that's airborne as well, and the race is being stopped straight away. Red flag shown, and Ryan Dieter was the catalyst for all of that because he had spun, and then out of nowhere came, I fear, Peter Lee. Ryan Dieter said Dieter was wrong, he got it way out of line, he was too quick, ran off the road, through the gravel bed he goes, back onto the circuit. Joel Eriksson gets through, and then way up on the curb, Peter Lee into the back, a complete corkscrew, he crash lands. Pedro Piquet goes underneath, this from another angle. In Piquet, his line suddenly had a punted Twitter in the way.
Yes.
But wait for the impact, this was the first shot we saw. That shot actually illustrates the dust, doesn't it? Because you couldn't see Peter Lee until it was too late. And by the same token, Peter Lee could not see Twitter until it was too late.
We got the fuel hose on. Kovalainen's car.
Oh, there was a fire in the pit lane as well.
There's no tyre.
Oh, I thought we had one when the race started, he's saying.
Sorry, mate, that'll be it for you, I'm afraid.
Oh, look at the pit lane's closing. Hamilton has hit the back of Kimi Räikkönen. And into the pit lane. Oh, my goodness.
He goes straight on into the gravel track. Can he keep the wheels spinning? No, he can't. It's all going to get away from him.
Oh, and fuel. That's the first time we've had a fuel splash. Oh, my goodness me.
And oh, yes, he's had an accident very early on. And that was at maximum velocity. I've never seen a car crash like that in this circuit at that place. And he's certainly moving his hands about at that point. It's the Toyota he connected with. He took off. Oh, yes, and headfirst into the so nearly collected the Toro Rosso of Scott Speed that you would have thought in any normal circumstances would have been well out of the action.
Into the pits he comes. Very difficult as a driver, you know, to judge. We had a quick glimpse of it from just... Oh, and fuel. That's the first time we've had a fuel splash. Oh, my goodness me. Well, now, just let's keep calm. There are a lot of fire officials down there, and Verstappen should not have been in that car for more than a couple of seconds or so. They have medical air piped through to their helmets in case of a problem like this.
Now, when the nozzle came out of that was supposed to seal it. The fuel splashed, and see how it's...
Massive impact.
Gutierrez has braked much earlier than he expected, or lifted off much earlier than he expected.
I remember everything, unfortunately. You know, it will be nice to delete it. You see the sky, then you see the ground, you see the sky, and you know exactly where you are, and you keep moving, you want to stop. I saw a little space to go out, and I said I go out quickly, and my mom will watch TV, so I want to be out quite quickly and say that I'm okay, but it was quite a big one.
Oh, he got on the grass on the way in. Complete driver error. It's so unusual to have that accident there. He's gone on the grass on the way in, and a tank slapper into the barriers. Huge.
It was an all-McLaren front row for the very wet start. Mika Hakkinen was cleanly away, but David Coulthard lagged back, opening a gap down the inside for Michael Schumacher. DC ran wide out of La Source, and the next instant there was mayhem as Coulthard ran up on the exit curb and spun back into the middle of the pack, triggering a multi-car shunt and eliminating several cars on the spot. Significantly, Damon Hill squeezed his jaw.